let's talk about ways to journal. I think that often whenever it comes to journaling, we think, oh, well, I'm not the type of person to just sit down with a notebook and a pen and write out all of my thoughts. And while that is a type of journaling, that's not the only type of journaling there is. More often than not, if I am journaling, I'm going to be writing down my prayers, or I'm going to be writing down what I'm learning as I am going through scripture. And I think that both of those things are so important because they help us keep note of what God is doing in our lives and help us keep note of what we are learning about God as we are getting to know Him. But there's another benefit to journaling too. As we are journaling, what we're doing is we're processing things that are going on in our brains, and it's helping us to solidify what we're learning. It's helping us to really untangle some of the things that are these questions that are going on in our brain. And it's really helping us to deepen that thought process that we are having. And so journaling is so beneficial, not only in our relationship with God, but also just personally. It's a great thing to get into. So if you thought that journaling was all about a pen and paper, let me tell you, there's different ways to journal. Let's get into it. My name is Eva Kabashik, and I want to help you learn how to study the Bible so that you can have a deeper relationship with the Father. Different ways of journaling. Let's chat about it. First, if you're not a pen and paper kind of person, that's totally okay. You can type out your thoughts. You can type what you are wanting to get off your chest or what is going on in your brain, and it can help you to process it. I type a lot faster than I handwrite, and so when I have a lot of stuff on my brain, it is so helpful to type it all out. That can kind of help me understand more of what is going on up here so that I can understand on paper what next steps might be, what actions might need to be taken, things like that. Or even just helping me clear my mind a little bit so that I can continue with regular day-to-day life. Typing, some people say it doesn't really count as journaling, but those people, they're dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. Typing is real journaling. When you are typing, you are getting stuff out of your brain and onto the screen or the paper or whatever, and it's going to help you process what's going on. The next type of journaling is kind of really just the traditional type, handwriting. And you can handwrite in long form, or you can handwrite in like bullet point form. And so as you are handwriting, there's some sort of like special connection when your brain is processing something and your hand is on the paper. And I think that that is just a really powerful way of journaling, but it's not the only way. And like I said, you can either write in paragraph form, like write every single thought in full sentences, or you can shorten it. You can write bullet points. You can make lists. You can do all different kinds of things that help you to process what is going on. Often when I have a ton of stuff on my brain or on my to-do list, or like big projects that I'm working on and trying to kind of get a hold of, what I'll do is I'll just like brain dump a whole list of everything that I've got that's kind of like weighing on my brain at that moment. And having it in a list is really helpful to just see and picture and say, okay, this is achievable. This is what I'm going to focus on first. And so this type of journaling can really help clear your mind for other things. Now, you may think that long form journaling, so like writing full paragraphs, maybe that's a little unreasonable for you, but I'd encourage you to try it at some point. Write out full sentences of what is going on, and that might help you to process. A lot of times we don't know what's going on until we write down something and they're like, oh, that's why I'm feeling this way. Or, you know, we didn't put the two and two together. We didn't make the connection until we actually see it on paper. So try writing down in full sentences what you're thinking and what you are feeling. The next type of journaling is what I use most often, and it is actually a digital journal. I'll use my iPad and my Apple Pencil, and I will take notes like with handwriting on my iPad. That helps keep everything really in one place instead of having it like scattered in 7 different notebooks all over my house. I did this when I was pregnant with my first baby, and I kind of consolidated everything to the iPad so that I kind of knew where everything was all at once. And I have absolutely loved it. I do my Bible study on my iPad. I take notes on my iPad. I journal on my iPad. Sorry, obviously that's what the whole video is about. And so all of those things can be found on my iPad. And so you just need a like digital pen of some sort. I use the Apple Pencil, but there are cheaper versions as well. And you can use a software like GoodNotes, or even Apple Notes lets you take handwritten notes inside of the program. And so you can write down what you are thinking, what you are feeling, lists, all of the things inside of the iPad, and have them all in one place. Okay, so we've got typing, we've got handwriting digitally, we've got just making a bullet point list, we've got making lists in general. If there's like something that's weighing on you heavily and you just need a list, you can make a list. And so we've got all of these different ways that we can use journaling, not only in our relationship with God, but we can use these in our day-to-day lives to get things done and all of the different kinds of things. Do you use any type of journal in your life? Comment and tell me about it. I'd love to hear about it.